Welcome back to Meadow Park, and as much as he perhaps wouldn't want it to be, that is the man who is certainly centre spotlight at the moment, centre stage, as his side carry a 3-goal advantage into the second half of this FA Cup fifth round tie against Crystal Palace. Not affording himself any time to rest while he's on the job, Joe. Straight out here at half-time, plotting for the second half while his team get themselves sorted in the dressing room, ready to come out and attack the Eagles in the same way that they did in the first half. Really does leave no stone unturned, the Australian. Even so much as making sure Leah Williamson is briefed for her second half appearance. Must really help, I suppose, when you're managing at this level, having players like Katie McCabe in front or at the bottom of your shot there, and also Leah Williamson on the bench. And these are experienced internationals, also Viviana Miedema as well, haven't even mentioned her. When you're able to just call on them when your side's 3-0 up, it's an absolute dream scenario. But it does look like Arsenal will be making some changes. Perhaps we might see some from Crystal Palace as well as the visitors head out ready for the second half. It looks like it might be a double change for Arsenal. Katie and Leah both coming on. And again, if you are just joining us, Arsenal are wearing their away kit today. They're all in yellow. It's the new Adidas away kit for the 21-22 season. They are the first team within the club to wear it, Arsenal women. See the men's side wearing it again against Crystal Palace at Selhurst Park on Wednesday evening. If for whatever reason you managed to miss that first 45 minutes and you're just joining us, then thank you for joining us firstly, and secondly, we should probably catch you up on what's been going on. So the first half, Arsenal stormed into an early lead thanks to Kim Little slotting home from the penalty spot. Beth Mead and Daniela van der Donk were also on target as Arsenal managed to get a foot into the FA Cup quarter-finals. So, the two expected changes then. It's Katie McCabe coming onto the pitch for captain Kim Little. Presumably means that Jordan Nobbs will be given the armband and Leah L.F.C will be given a well-earned rest as Leah Williamson comes into the fray. So perhaps a midfield role for Williamson now. Maybe we'll see that back line completely reshuffle with the introduction of Katie McCabe. It's the Joe Montemuro side, so I expect he'll keep us guessing right until the moment where we see them get into their positions for the restart. So early signs that Katie McCabe's going to be playing in a more advanced position. There have been plenty of calls from Arsenal fans this season to see her playing more in the attacking third. She's going to be supported at fullback by Noelle Maritz on this near side. Doesn't look like there will be any changes just yet for Crystal Palace. So the same 11 has started the game for them. 2 changes from Arsenal. Kim Little and Leah L.F.C both being replaced in midfield. So Jordan Nobbs, as expected, does move more central. Palace can get us back underway. Nice play by Amber Stobbs. And look at this, they're in behind with Bianca Baptiste. Real chance now for Palace to perhaps carve out their first real opportunity. Baptiste cross isn't good enough. Straight at Manuela Zinsberger. who happily pats that one down. Sends Arsenal forward. Interesting to see there just how easily Palace are able to catch Arsenal off guard. There's an opportunity for them to come forward, though, and it's Katie McCabe. Well, that's her first touch. You can see just how lethal that left foot is. Picking out Caitlin Ford inside the area. Couldn't keep her attempt down. I'll tell you what, Katie McCabe, what an excellent season she's had. She very nearly picked up another assist, fresh off the back of breaking the Women's Super League record for number of assists in a single season. She looks set to continue that run in the FA Cup. I'm sure that won't be the last that we see of her popping up in those sorts of positions, though. Here's Marritz, who, of course, with her introduction into the starting 11 at left back, means that McCabe has been able to go a bit further forward. And perhaps get Arsenal on the score sheet once more. It's a position that she occupies for the Republic of Ireland when they're not playing their usual three at the back. Katie McCabe typically operates as a wing-back. She can also play at number 10 as well. The sort of player that Joe Montemuro loves having in his squad, just because of how versatile they are, how much of an appreciation they have of every position on the pitch. Certainly a player that fits in so well with his philosophy and mindset when playing football. Speaking of players who are out of position, here's Steph Catley, makeshift centre-back on her first Arsenal start in quite some time. Now, Jordan Nobbs, it might sit up perfectly for her. It's deflected behind for a corner. There's one thing that you don't want to be doing when Jordan Nobbs is in those positions. It's backing off her and allowing a free shot on goal. So McCabe dinking one into the box. Not really dealt with by Crystal Palace. It's flicked on at the near post by Daniela van der Donk. We mentioned just how useful she is in the air, actually, in the first half when she had a goal disallowed. On that occasion, she was the player looking to play a sister. So this time, Beth Mead will run over to take it. You do wonder whether this is going to be an in-swinger from the left-hand side. A very reliable right boot. Instead, it goes short. Catley to deliver from a better angle in towards the far post. Palace have done well to get that one clear from just inside their own 6-yard box. Now Mead. McCabe. Bit of a shimmy from Daniela van der Donk to try and shrug off her marker. Annabelle Johnson wasn't going anywhere, though, so Arsenal forced backwards. Only to go forward once more. Here's Steph Catley popping up in a more familiar position for her. Might break to the edge of the box, but Arsenal don't have any yellow shirts there. Amber Stobbs can try and get her team driving downfield. She does eventually win a free kick off Leonie Meyer. Arsenal take quickly. Caitlin Ford laying it into the path of Williamson. Now McCabe. Field for Bianca Baptiste, but she's been so well marshalled by Anna Patton throughout this game. Baptiste is a really quick striker. Probably in a straight-up race, she'd beat Anna Patton. But Patton's positional sense and just the way that she's been able to get her body in the way has meant that she's come on top in the one-on-one duel so far. The false alarm there for Daniela van der Donk looking to play the ball through to Maritz, who hadn't actually continued her run. So Palace do get a goal kick. Jordan Nobbs it was underneath that one. Van der Donk it was who won the free kick. It was Elizabeth Waldy, actually, who was making sure that Van der Donk couldn't jump on that occasion. Here we go. This is where we do see the true pace of this Palace front line. Manuela Zinsberger, oh, she's got some rockets in her boot as well. Racing off the line, out a goal and clearing downfield. It very nearly turned into a nice through ball for Arsenal's forward players. Just cleared to safety right in front of Joe Montemuro. Really nice dummy from Beth Mead to get away from her marker. Now drops in a couple of step overs before delivering again. It will be another corner for Arsenal. To say thank you to everyone who is tuning in and showing support for the stream as well. Really do appreciate you taking the time out on a Sunday afternoon to join us for this Women's FA Cup game. So good to be able to bring you live football matches on Arsenal.com. It's great that you're enjoying the game as much as I am as well. He's hoping we can bring you some more goals. Leonie Meyer it is who's tasked with chasing that ball into the right channel. Settles for a corner though. Arsenal goes short. Mead. Catley again floating one in towards the back post. Caitlin Ford making that run again. We've seen that so many times throughout this game. Seems like a very clear game plan. Might become a bit of a trademark run actually for Caitlin Ford if she continues with her attacking movement like that, just able to pop up at the far post. Run off the shoulder of her marker, almost blindside the defender in arriving in that space late on. So far in this game, she's not had the luck of the bounce or the perfectly weighted delivery. Still plenty of time, though, to get herself on the score sheet to join the likes of Kim Little, Beth Mead and Daniela van der Donk this afternoon. There's Catley. Here is Ford. Beth Mead, you've got Leo Meyer steaming forward on the right-hand side. Mead went for the near-post delivery. It's headed behind really well by Elizabeth Waldy. Only at the expense of another Arsenal corner, so I reckon we must be in double figures for Arsenal set pieces by now. Beth Mead, I think, has taken the vast majority of them. To no effect just yet. Arsenal do have some new faces on the pitch now. One of them has run over to take this one short with Mead, in the form of Katie McCabe. His right arm goes up and left foot delivers in towards Patton, headed in at the near post. Glancing it on for a teammate, no one had gambled. Now Jordan Nobbs can whip that one back in. Williamson's still up there. Again, Palace clear. Meyer for the onrushing Williamson. Trying to send in a low delivery while she was twisting her body round to try and collect the ball. Again, nobody home for Arsenal, but they'll keep going. And Crystal Palace are just happy for Arsenal to have the ball in these deeper positions without troubling the 18-yard box. But Arsenal, when you have players like Caitlin Ford, always have the quality of forcing an opportunity. And there might be another one here. Maritz in towards the path of Daniela van der Donk. Narrows the angle. A good stop by Chloe Morgan. Meyer trying to exchange passes on the edge of the area. Another crunching challenge from Steph Catley. You wouldn't believe she's just come back from injury, the way that she's putting her body around today. You can tell just how much she's missed being back out there on the pitch. Might open up, actually, for her to have a dig here. Instead, she goes into Maritz. Able to deliver from the left-hand side. It's another corner for Arsenal. Another opportunity to whip in a dangerous ball. But for now, Montemuro will ring the changes once more. So, Daniela van der Donk it is, who makes way first. It looks as though Beth Mead might be joining her as well. Jill Roord coming on for van der Donk. And then if you're a Palace defender, I'm not really sure that you want to be looking up and seeing this. With Beth Mead going off, you think your job's done. And on comes Viviana Miedema. Meanwhile, that's the end of Hannah Churchill's afternoon for Crystal Palace. She'll be replaced by Andrea Georgiou.
Hannah being replaced by number 15, Andrea Georgiou.
No, just over half an hour to go. Arsenal bring on their two prolific Dutch players this season, Jill Roord and Viviana Miedema. Real test of this defensive resolve that the Eagles have offered up throughout this 90 minutes. Jill Roord's first involvement will be to be pulled up for a handball in the box. A bit of time for Palace to collect themselves. It has been 12 minutes of constant pressure from Arsenal, just as it was almost 45 minutes of constant pressure from the Gunners in the first half. Chloe Morgan can send this one long. And a pattern again underneath it. She's been really commanding from centre-back in this game. Caitlin Ford can look for Katie McCabe on this near side. McCabe to Maritz. Now Steph Catley. It's a clever flick from Jordan Nobbs. Jill Roord had made the overlapping run. So used to seeing her make the late run into the box. Popping up in there and then firing away a quick shot. Wasn't able to get the opportunity that time. Good defending by Palace. Likewise with Arsenal as well. Williamson and Anna Patton. Two academy graduates now shielding the Arsenal goal. Another decent looking cross into the box. Maritz might get there at the far post. Viviana Miedema was underneath the ball. It's cleared away from her. Unfortunately, on this near side, Kirsty Barton wasn't able to bring it into her stride. Miedema showing excellent ball control. Almost seems to operate in her own time zone, Viviana Miedema, at times. Never really looks like she's under any pressure when she's in command of the ball. Just like that, Arsenal have another corner. So as we were building up to this game, we mentioned about it being Joe Montemuro's final match. It's also Jill Roord's final game in an Arsenal shirt. She's just loitering right next to Katie McCabe on this corner. She'll be keen to go out with a bang as well, Jill Roord. Delivered away from her, though. Miedema is looking to pounce at the far post. Palace taking no risks. Smashing clear. As the clock ticks into the hour mark. Still Arsenal 3, Crystal Palace 0. All the goals scored in the first half. While Arsenal have dominated possession in the second, they're yet to carve out a clear-cut opportunity. Really nice defensive work from Leah Williamson. I know I say it every time that Palace come forward, the pace of Bianca Baptiste and the way that Palace are looking to build up in an attacking sense is to play the ball into the channels. Well, Arsenal's defenders have risen to that challenge, even though they might not carry the same amount of pace as Baptiste. They've kept her relatively quiet so far. Lisa Rutherford. It's another challenge by Steph Catley. A firm one as well. Ball bounces back in towards Miedemar's path and just about cleared at the far post before Caitlin Ford can take it into her stride. A vital interception. Which means that Arsenal do have a throw-in on this near side. Swung in by McCabe. Now here is Caitlin Ford, unable to find space for a shot of her own. So plays it to Jordan Nobbs, who doesn't need a second invitation. The shot was blocked. She went to deliver instead. Miedemar looking to take it into her stride, and then it's rifled into the bottom corner by Noelle Maritz. You could tell from the expression on her face that she wasn't expecting to pop up into that sort of position. I'm not sure that she would have ever connected with a ball quite as cleanly as she did just then. Absolutely smashed that one into the corner. And Arsenal take a 4-goal advantage into the last half hour or so here at Meadow Park. Of course, on the day where it's all about it being Joe Montemurro's final match, Jill Roord's final match, we've seen a first goal for Noelle Maritz. The end of one thing, the beginning of another, perhaps. We might see a cheeky little goal-scoring run from Arsenal's number 16.
Being replaced by 23, Ashley Goddard.
Ashley Goddard coming on.
Lisa Rutherford. Being replaced by number 5, Georgia Clifford.
Georgia Clifford as well, as Lisa Rutherford leaves the field as well. Now Palace can get us back underway. So Arsenal 4 goals to the good. Noelle Maritz the latest to register her name on the score sheet for the very first time in Arsenal colours. Goal it was as well. Tell you what, it's almost testament to Joe Montemurro that I couldn't really tell you what formation his side are playing at the moment. I think Anna Patton's moved out to right back, but the way that Maritz is coming forward on the left almost implies that she's operating further forward. Anyway, Arsenal can come again. Here's Meyer, of course, still on the pitch, so perhaps it's gone 3 at the back for Arsenal. Who knows? But she's tried her luck as well. Maritz, or Meyer, I should say, another player without a goal to her name in Arsenal colours. Thought, do you know what? Why not? If Maritz can do it, I'll try my luck as well. Just not quite dipping in time. And it will go behind for a goal kick. Myers underneath that clearance as well. And Maritz just wants to get on the ball as much as possible, you think. Full of confidence after that rasping strike. Overlapping for Katie McCabe, who's gone back inside to Jordan Nobbs. Now Jill Roord. Almost seems at times like Maritz is floating attacking midfielder. She's been everywhere in this second half. Here's Ford driving in from deep on that right-hand side. Ball might break for Meyer again. Williamson had to be quick there with her feet and her thinking to find Catley. Being allowed to run towards the box unchallenged. thread a ball through for Katie McCabe in the end, but Arsenal still have it with Roord. Now Ford. Nobbs, Miedemar still yet to get into the box. She's timing her run from late. It's a rasping drive again, this time from Jill Roord. Well, that was almost out of nothing. Picking up the ball, getting it out of her feet, and then smashing off the underside of the bar. Arsenal so close to scoring a 5th goal. Oh, Roord almost getting the perfect send-off as well. What a goal that would have been. Maybe it might have looked for a second there like Bianca Baptiste was finally going to get the better of Anna Patton. Who's there? Another one of Arsenal's very own, Leah Williamson. McCabe, 1-2 with Roord. Now Williamson again. Anna Patton again. Looking really composed, a really mature performance from her. Now here's Miedemar, who, ever since she's been on the field for about 5 minutes, we've not said her name too much, so it's only natural that she drops off to get herself on the ball and involved in the action. She'll be keen to add to her 93 goals for Arsenal. Triple figures looming for the Netherlands' all-time record goal scorer. Nobbs into Roord, really nice footwork from her. Deflected over the crossbar. Well, she's really up for it, Jill Roord. Of course, scored a first half hat-trick in the previous round against Gillingham. Certainly a player who knows where the goal is. Also, actually, throughout her entire spell at Arsenal, Jill Roord, I've been really impressed with just how well she's been able to adapt to various different midfield roles. Montemurro has asked a lot of her, whether that's been to shield the back four, to play as a number 10, more box-to-box. She's always provided plenty of energy. And in more recent seasons, clinical finishing as well. She actually only missed one of our 30 games last season, Jill Roord. She was such a consistent performer. Unfortunately, she won't get the opportunity to lift the FA Cup should Arsenal go all the way. Of course, the quarterfinals not taking place until next season. They're in September. Semi-finals in October, and then the final will be played on December the 5th at Wembley. Jill Roord won't be an Arsenal player by then, unfortunately. She'll be at Wolfsburg, which means she'll miss the opportunity to add the FA Cup trophy to what is already glittering trophy cabinet. Includes the Women's European Championship, 4 Eredivisie titles, more than 60 Netherlands caps as well. We're sure she'll go on and achieve great things back in Germany. Here's Caitlin Ford, finally able to get into the box and find Jordan Nobbs, who curls home quite excellently inside the box to make it 5-0. That's all she needs, really, Jordan Nobbs. Just a minor sight at goal. You can tell she's going to wrap her right boot around it.
Goal scorer for the
Beat the goalkeeper, especially from that sort of range. I'll just let you appreciate that goal shout from Lisa Evans before we see the introduction of another academy product. It's Taya Goldie coming on for Steph Catley. So Catley with 70 minutes in the bank to add to the minutes that she accrued against Aston Villa last time out. An opportunity for young Taya Goldie has come into this side, pick up some more valuable first-team minutes. Still only 16, the young English defender. She'll slot in on the right side of Arsenal's defence, alongside Williamson, who you imagine will just coach her through the game as much as she can. Here's Miedema, running into the channels, getting a nutmeg off as well, before playing it out of play. Not quite out of play. She's asking for the ball to be sent out of play because she looks like she's in quite a bit of pain. Not sure whether that was a collision as she went to nutmeg the Palace defender, Lizzie Waldy. Certainly no intent, but it is a minor concern for Arsenal, a minor concern for the Netherlands as well. Every time Miedema goes down like this. Hoping it's just a slight knock, one that she's able to run off. Miedema, another player who has been so integral to Joe Montemurro ever since he arrived as the first team head coach back in 2017. She was actually the player who scored the winning goal as he secured his first trophy, the 2018 Continental Cup. Chested it down and slamming it into the back of the net on that occasion. And what an occasion it was. Those who have watched Joe Montemurro's Moments That Matters piece will be able to tell you just how much he enjoyed that and how much it helped him install his philosophy in these players, giving them the confidence of all of the style rules that he was due to introduce to the team. Of course, he followed that up by winning the league in swashbuckling style the following season, so imagine if that trophy gave them confidence, then the next one surely would have done them a world of good. He also said that he was gutted when the following season, the last campaign, was cut short because of the pandemic. He said that Arsenal were playing even better football than they did during their title-winning campaign. He predicted that they would go on to achieve even bigger things than what they did in that 2018-19 season. Unfortunately, the season did grind to a halt and robbed them of that opportunity. So Miedema hobbles back onto the pitch. That's a good sign. Not that she's hobbling, but that she is able to continue. There's Meyer. Nice touch from Jordan Nobbs. Maritz again combining with Roord. She's going to keep going here, Jill Roord. Passing through wave after wave of challenge, before eventually picking out Katie McCabe on this near side. Goldie finding Miedema. Seeing plenty of the ball, the teenager, since coming on. And of course make her debut against Gillingham last time out. She stayed in the Gunners' elite sporting bubble ever since, so it does mean that she has been heavily involved in first-team squads. Whether that means she's been playing or whether she's been an unused substitute, that level of experience will no doubt help her going forward.
Substitution, Amber Stobbs.
An opportunity now for Amber Stobbs to be replaced by Sherelle Cassell. Sherelle Cassell, another one who's had an interesting journey in the women's game. She's actually got more than 20 Republic of Ireland caps, so is a player that Katie McCabe will know very well. She was actually born on the Isle of Wight, started her career at Portsmouth, then spent some time with the Arsenal Academy, before going back to Ireland to play for Waterford-based side Benfica, not the one in Portugal. Then went to America to play for Santa Clarita, LA, back to Ireland for Wexford, then Brighton, then Lewis, before reaching the FA Cup quarter-final with Chichester when they were knocked out by Liverpool. So she does have pedigree in this competition. Unfortunately, I don't know how much she'll be able to influence the full-time result here, given that she does enter the field with her side 5 goals down. She'll certainly try to make an impact. Maritz. 1-2 with Katie McCabe. Miedemar just dropping off again. Arsenal not committing too many bodies forward. Still got 15 minutes or so to play here. It's been a professional performance from the Gunners, patient, probing. And when they've had their chances like this one, they've taken them. And just like that, Vivianne Miedemar, who's just about managing to hobble back to her feet, has got the ball in the back of the net for a 6th time for Arsenal. It was an excellent delivery from the right-hand side.
Number 11, Vivianne Miedemar.
You can tell from the excitement of Lisa Evans that she enjoyed that one. It's a 94th goal for Arsenal for Vivianne Miedemar. It's almost like she's doing it on one leg in this game. Still hobbling after that earlier challenge. Just about makes it back to the halfway line in time. And Arsenal are back underway. So even when injured, Miedemar still finds a way of popping up in the box at the right time to head in a 6th goal for Arsenal this afternoon. Incredibly gifted player that Arsenal do have among their ranks. And here's another one, Katie McCabe, first time delivery towards the far post. Caitlin Ford is still sniffing around, even at this late stage. She's been so unlucky to get her name on the score sheet. Baptiste going up against Patton once more. Patton again coming out on top. So Palace take their time over the throw-in and then waste it. It's a clever flick by Miedemar. Look at the vision to find Katie McCabe, who's scurrying forward on this left-hand side. Jill Roord's up there in support. Don't think Miedemar's going to be able to carry on her run into the box. Roord settles for a corner. Just over 10 minutes to go here. Katie McCabe lining up to delivery towards the near post. Leonie Meyer is staying up the pitch. Again, we are unsure of the formation that Montemuro is playing at the moment. He spoke pretty passionately, actually, in his Talking Tactics piece that can be found on the Arsenal YouTube page, all about how he doesn't believe too much in the formation. He said it's roughly a 4-3-3 every time, but it has to be so fluid, and the players really need an appreciation of the space rather than the formation. I really do urge you to check that out. It's a fascinating insight into the mind of the man who, of course, made that team 2018-2019 league champions. Really see as well, actually, Let's give you a peek behind the curtain. When we were filming that piece, relatively zero input required from our producer. Let's just put a camera on Joe and just let him talk, and he could talk about that for absolutely hours, as long as he's got the tactics board next to him with all his magnets. Here's Nobbs delivering far post again. Miedemar was lurking once more. Still not moving freely, Vivianne Miedemar.
Today's Arsenal Women's Supporters Club Player of the Match, Arsenal manager Joe Montemurro.
It's a lovely touch, actually, from Arsenal Women's official supporters club, awarding their man of the match to Joe Montemurro. It's a very, very popular figure among their fans. He always has time to stop and chat with the supporters club, as he does any other fan, but he mentioned in his open letter all about how he's come to recognise the same faces that travel to each game, and that he's able to talk to at the end of every match. He said it's more about connecting with the person rather than the fan, and he's really appreciated all the support that he's been given from, well, so consistently, I should say, from the same faces over the 3 and a bit years that he's been here. Oh, here's Theon Morgan delivering. Manuela Zinsberger is able to claim that quite easily for her first touch in, it's been about 15 minutes or so, I think. Zinsberger. Arsenal keeping Palace pegs back on the back foot. We shouldn't do them a disservice, the Eagles. They've come here with a game plan, and for 40 or so minutes they executed it to perfection. They were there to set up defensively and frustrate the Gunners. They knew all about the Arsenal attacking threat. They were doing really, really well at making sure any space was filled very quickly, and the Gunners weren't allowed to create that final pass, that extra bit of magic to break them down. And then Beth Mead popped up at the back post to double Arsenal's lead and take the game away from the visitors. And from then on, it's been all Arsenal. Just a reminder, with about 7 minutes or so of normal time to go, we will be doing our best to hear from Joe Montemurro live straight after the game, or as close to it as possible. Yeah, does of course have other media commitments to do. I'm sure he'll want to speak to his squad as well at full time, it being such an emotional occasion. So please do bear with us if you do stick onto the you do stick with us on the stream, I should say. We will get there eventually. I'll bring you all of the thoughts from Joe and our pitchside reporter Aidan Small. Maybe an opportunity here for Arsenal to get a 7th. Caitlin Ford continues her run into the box. The ball's just not broken for her today. So unlucky, but she's so tenacious in her running, in her work rate as well, that she's not going to give up. She'll keep going. Popping up in the far side of the box again, as Arsenal work this one on the edge of the area. Here's Jordan Nobbs lining up a shot before opting to find Leonie Meyer. Only partially cleared, will be retrieved by Taya Goldie. And towards Ford's feet. On 2 occasions, Lizzie Waldy with crunching challenges on the Australian to win the ball back. Given away by Chloe Morgan. Here's Ford. McCabe coming into more of a central position from her left flank. And delivered deep again. There's Miedemar. Moving a bit better now. Crossing into the far post. And there's Jill Roord. And it's a perfect send-off for her. Getting Arsenal's 7th. Plenty of time after being picked out by Viviana Miedema. You see her teammates all wanted to give her the perfect farewell, including Lisa Evans. Very popular figure in the dressing room. Very popular figure among fans as well. Known for her dancing. As we see just there. So Jill Roord, as it stands, signs off with 51 appearances for Arsenal, 16 goals. That's 16 goals. Includes 3 hat-tricks. So, on paper, may not look too great a contribution from a goal-scoring perspective, but when you do consider Jill's been moved around, she's made a number of those appearances off the bench, and then also she's scored so many in quick succession. She's been a wonderful servant to this football club, and we do really wish her the very best as she heads back to Germany for the next stage of her career. Here's Patton, this time popping up on the left-hand side. Well, I think Anna Patton's probably played in every single position across the back line this afternoon. Really, really excited about her development going forward, as we are about Lotte Wubben-Moy as well. That delivery just a bit behind Katie McCabe. Miedema onto her right foot. Now Roord again. You can hear Jordan Nobbs screaming instructions there on the pitch. Ford delivers. Not entirely cleared by the Eagles. McCabe onto her favoured left foot. Look at the pace of McCabe. Able to get round her marker and tee it up in the area for a second goal for Noelle Maritz, who I don't think can believe her luck at this stage. She came into the game, actually, Noelle Maritz,
Number 16, Noelle Maritz.
having made 16 appearances for our first team, not scoring a goal. She's now got 2 goals to her name on her 17th appearance. So well done to Noelle. We're still not entirely sure which position she's she's lining up in this afternoon. But she does keep finding her way into the box. And she's been clinical each time that she's been hovering around there. So 8-0 to Arsenal. Just under 2 minutes to play before we find out just how long is left and stoppage time. Jill Roord goes for goal with a low effort. Arsenal will win a corner kick from it. Katie McCabe sprinting across to get Arsenal to potentially clock up double figures again for a second round in a row. Might be too little too late for Arsenal, but it won't be for a lack of trying. Here's Ford delivering from deep. Meyer was underneath it. I think that's going to be a free kick just on the edge of the area. Arsenal's players will be queuing up to take this one. Maritz, look, I'm not sure I've seen her take a free kick before, but with 2 goals to her name, she quite clearly fancies this one. She'll do well to get the ball off Katie McCabe, who's been very, very quick to claim it. I think that's about as close to the edge of the area as you could possibly be without getting or being awarded a penalty. plenty in the wall for Crystal Palace. Just seeing a sixth player join, but it's not going to stop that ferocious effort from Katie McCabe. Absolutely no stopping that one. Arsenal 9, Crystal Palace 0.
With the Arsenal with a stunning free kick. Number 15, Katie McCabe.
Thanks, Lisa Evans. Couldn't have said that one any better if I tried. Carving out a bit of a niche for herself there, Lisa, on the PA announcement. So we're into the second minute of 4 added on at the end of this game. Just a reminder, if you stick with us, we will be bringing you live reaction from Joe Montemurro. As alluded to a few moments ago, it might take a bit longer as he has other media duties to fulfil, and obviously he'll want a chance to speak to his squad as well. We'll do our best to get that to you as soon as possible. You just you bear with us, and you're happy to listen to me talk for a few more minutes. Must admit, I felt a bit lost without Jen Beattie on this game. But word is that she's recovering from her surgery really well. And although she will be missing out on the Euros over the summer, already looking forward to getting back on the pitch next season. So our best wishes with you, Jen. Sorry that you weren't able to join us again today, but obviously football is the focus. We're all wishing you the very best in your recovery from injury. Viviana Miedemar still hobbling around as she counts down the seconds towards the full-time whistle, when she's allowed to just sit down, I think. It didn't actually stop her from getting her name on the score sheet when she scored Arsenal's 7th. Williamson. Been a very quiet afternoon for her. Delivered in by Goldie. It's a decent looking ball, actually. Leonie Meyer, who we weren't expecting to pop up in that position, was the player underneath it. Ball is cleared out by Chloe Morgan. Excellent challenge from Arsenal's youngster, Taya Goldie. He'll be growing in confidence game by game. She continues to get these first team minutes under her belt. Roared into the path of Jordan Nobbs. Perhaps a chance for Arsenal to get forward one final time, just as they did against Gillingham, to make it 10. There's a really nice ball over the top. The offside flag has gone up. I'm going to be biased here and say, from my position, I thought that had been timed to perfection from Katie McCabe, but our angle was perhaps a bit deceptive. The decision stands, and that will be the final kick of this game. And for the final time, Joe Montemurro shakes the hands of his Arsenal backroom staff. It's been an emotional afternoon for him. I'm just going to let the pictures do the talking for a few moments here, because he's not a man who shows a lot of emotion, but I'm sure that he's going to be feeling this moment right here.